Hello everyone, welcome in the new world of mathematics, that is of the online teaching. As you know, from the last month, the online teaching through the videos is going on of our college, but I am not able to make the videos for you because I am busy in the government survey of the COVID-19. Right? First of all, I will introduce myself. My name is Ravi Mahesh Bhavani. I am the junior lecturer in the Saroday Junior College. My qualification is this: MSc in Mathematics, MSc in Physics also, and B.Ed. I teach you Mathematics and Statistics subject, but since we are two teachers here, so I'll teach you the second part of the mathematics because the first part is going on for you by the Nagapur madam, right? So the second part and the syllabus of the second part is as this. This is the first page of your textbook. See the syllabus. First chapter is the complex number. Second is sequence and series. Next is permutation and combination. Then method of induction and binomial theorem. Then this is one of the important chapter, sets and relations. The next is functions. Next chapter is limits. This is the base of the second part, that is algebra of mathematics. That is the second part, means the algebra, and this limits chapter is the base of the algebra or the complex. Next is continuity, and last one is differentiation, right? So differentiation is the last chapter in the 12th syllabus, 11th syllabus, and the first chapter in the 11th syllabus also. This is the basic part of the differentiation is in the 11th standard, then detail is in 12th standard, right? But since the from a long time the time is not sufficient to you in the 11th standard, so this year some part is deleted, some part of the syllabus is deleted. That is actually this one. See here, from the first chapter most of the part is deleted. This complex number, page number 7, 8, 16, 18. This should be noted by you in your notebook. अगर आप लोगों को पता होगा तो ठीक है, अदरवाइज ये आप नोट करके रख सकते हैं. कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर में इस पेजेस ये कॉलम्स एंड दिस शुड बी द मैटर इज डिलीटेड फॉर दिस ईयर, राइट? दैट इज फॉर यू. दैट द फर्स्ट वन इज स्क्वायर रूट्स ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर्स, solutions of quadratic equations in complex number system, De Moivre's theorem, sets of points in the complex planes. So this part is deleted from the first chapter. This one is the second chapter, sequence and series. The sequence and series, in this chapter, this arithmetico-geometric progression, AGP in short, this should be deleted, and the sum of the n terms of AGP is also deleted. Okay. The next chapter is permutation and combination. So in this chapter, proof of the theorem 1, that is of the permutation, is deleted, and the proof of the NCR, that is for combination, this is also deleted. C stands for combination here, P stands for permutation. So proof of the first theorem NPR, that is proof of the permutation, is deleted, and the proof of the combination is also deleted. Okay. Then method of induction and binomial theorem. This is a very small chapter, and from which the proof of the binomial theorem is deleted, right? And next chapter is sets and relations. From here, binomial theorem for this is the method of induction and binomial theorem. From this chapter, proof of the binomial theorem, and this is also binomial theorem for negative and fractional indices and binomial coefficient. This is also the part of the this chapter number 4, right? So that is deleted. And chapter number 5, that is sets and relation. From here only difference sets is deleted. and next chapter is differentiation, and from this chapter this proof of the theorem third, and proof of the theorem fourth, that is product rule and quotient rule, these two are deleted, right? So this should be the deleted part of the syllabus for this year to you, बिकॉज ऑफ लैक ऑफ टाइम, काफ़ी टाइम निकल चुका है, इसीलिए इतना पोर्शन जो है वो डिलीट किया हुआ है, राइट? ओके, सो दिस शुड बी यूर द सिलेबस. सो एज वी सी द most part of the first chapter is deleted, therefore we start with the second chapter, sequence and series, right? This chapter is taken at the end. Okay, जब आप कॉलेज आओगे, मोस्टली दिवाली के बाद बोल रहे हैं कि कॉलेज शुरू हो सकते हैं, सो देन वी टेक दिस चैप्टर ऑफलाइन, ओके, एज इन द कॉलेज. नाउ टुडे आई थिंक this is the introduction of myself and second part of the mathematics जो मैं आपको पढ़ाने वाला हूँ उसका introduction है ये, right? So actually I am not believing in this online study because जो face to face study होता है that is very much effective, right? And this is not effective part of the study, but because of COVID-19 the face-to-face study, classroom studies are not possible yet. Therefore, we have to use this method of online study or the video studies, right? So you have to also be ready for this and be adjust somewhat to study in this type or in this way, right? So जैसे जैसे मैं आपको पढ़ाऊंगा उसके अकॉर्डिंग आप अगर डेली आप वीडियोस देख के डेली आप डेली के डेली अगर स्टडी करते हो, सो दैट इज वेरी इजी फॉर यू, राइट? यू नो मैथमेटिक्स इज वेरी इजी सब्जेक्ट एंड वेरी डिफिकल्ट सब्जेक्ट्स आल्सो, राइट? नाउ हाउ आई से द वेरी इजी एंड वेरी डिफिकल्ट सब्जेक्ट, कुछ स्टूडेंट्स को कितना भी अगर आप पढ़ा लो उनको समझ में बात आती नहीं है और कुछ को इजीली समझ जाती है. दैट इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ दैट. एक्चुअली होता क्या है, अगर आप रेगुलर बेसिस पे स्टडी करते हो तो आपको सब इजी जाता है और आपको सब समझ में आता है. लेकिन आप अगर एक महीना पढ़ोगे नहीं और उसके बाद आप बोलोगे कि अभी पढ़ना है, तो आपका जो बेसिक है एक महीना वो छूट गया है, तो आपको आगे का उस समझ में आने वाला नहीं है, राइट? आपको रिजल्ट पता होगा लास्ट ईयर में मेरे सब्जेक्ट मैथमेटिक्स में हमारे कॉलेज के एक स्टूडेंट्स को 100 में से 100 मार्क्स आए हुए हैं, right? That is Priyanka Lokhande. Actually I have to mention her name here because that's very good actually effort from her, right? बहुत अच्छा एफर्ट है उसकी तरफ से और बहुत अच्छे मार्क्स है, इसका कोई तोड़ नहीं होता है. 100 में से 100 इज नॉट ईजी बट आ सकते हैं, दैट इज प्रूव. मैंने प्रूव करके दिखा दिया आपको, 100 में से 100 मार्क्स आते हैं, राइट? और वही 100 में से 50 वाले भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं, वो भी मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा, राइट? और दोनों को हमने पढ़ाया हुआ है, मैं एक्सेप्ट करता हूँ दोनों को, लेकिन दोनों में फ़र्क क्या रहेगा, उसको जो हमने बताया जो पढ़ाया उसने टाइम टू टाइम फॉलो किया तो उसको मार्क्स आ गए, और किसी ने कल करेंगे में टाइम वेस्ट कर दिया तो वो 50 मार्क्स के साथ पास हुआ है. 50% एंड 100% मार्क्स, इट इज़ पॉसिबल इन मैथमेटिक्स, राइट? एंड हमारे यहाँ पॉसिबल है ये, 100 में से 100 आ सकते हैं, राइट? अगर आप में है दम तो आप भी शुरू करें आज से, बिल्कुल आज से. जब जैसे हम स्टडी शुरू करेंगे रोज का रोज आपको स्टडी करना है, ओके? एंड इफ यू हैव एनी क्यूरी देन यू कैन कॉन्टैक्ट मी इन द पर्सनल नंबर, नॉट इन दिस ग्रुप. You have to contact me on my personal number through WhatsApp, or if you have to contact directly you have to call me on my number, or if you have to possible then come and in the college and solve your queries, right? So we start with the first chapter, that is the sequence and series. Actually this is the second chapter actually, but as I tell you the most of the part is from the first chapter is deleted, so we start with the second chapter, that is sequence and series, right? So in this chapter this is the actually the data we have to study here, that the AP and GP. Actually this topic is also you learn in the 11th 10th class also. AP means arithmetic progression, GP means geometric progression, then some of the n terms of geometric progression, and sum of the infinite terms of a geometric progression. Then HP, harmonic progression, and AGP, arithmetico-geometric progression. Then AM, average mean, sorry, arithmetic mean, GM, geometric mean, and HM is harmonic mean, right? So as we see here in the deleted part, in this chapter, arithmetico-geometric progression and some of the n terms of AGP, this part is deleted. Okay, AGP and some of the n terms of the AGP. So mind it and note in your textbook, this part is deleted from your syllabus for this year. Okay, right. Now we start with the sequence. We define first of all sequence. Okay, so let us define now, say the sequence. Okay, see, sequence is what? A set of numbers where the numbers are arranged in the definite order. It is a set, it is a collection of the set of numbers, right, where numbers have definite order, like the natural number, right? 1 2 3 4 5, this is a sequence. Okay, that is called a sequence. Example, natural numbers, even integers between 10 and 100, squares of integers, right? In general, a sequence is written as t1, t2, t3, t4, t5, up to tn, right, where t1 is the first term, t4 is the fourth term, and tn is fifth nth term, t5 is fifth term, t3 is third term, right, like this. Okay, so this is actually the sequence. Then sequence is type, first type is finite sequence and second is infinite sequence. Finite sequence is what? A sequence containing finite numbers of terms, that is called as finite sequence. A definite, finite means limited numbers, right? Limited numbers अगर है, finite numbers हैं अगर sequence में, that should be known as finite sequence. It is written as in the bracket t1, t2, t3 up to tn for positive integers, right? On the other hand, what is infinite sequence? The infinite sequence has large number, infinite numbers, right? A sequence is said to be infinite if it is not a finite sequence, not a finite sequence, that is infinite numbers in that sequence. Okay, so it is written as t1, t2, t3 up to dash dash dash. It is no end. Why it is dash dash dash? See here, what is difference in between these two? Here it is up to tn, means it is finite up to tn. Okay, and here it is not finite, this is tn dash 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 dash. Okay, like this. Sequence that follows specific pattern, that is called as progression, right? Sequence is that follows specific patterns. Okay, that is called as progression. Now progression are of three types, as we see in the index of the first chapter, that is arithmetic progression, geometric progression, harmonic progression. Okay, so sequence that has specific patterns are called as progression. So from this, first is arithmetic progression, that is in short known as AP. Okay, in a sequence, if the difference between any two terms and its preceding term and its preceding means any two terms, right? कोई भी पूरे सीक्वेंस में कोई भी दो टर्म्स ले लो और उनका डिफरेंस निकालना है, राइट? इसलिए मैंने बोला शॉर्ट में कि कोई भी सीक्वेंस के दो टर्म्स का डिफरेंस, और यहाँ क्या बोला है? एनी टर्म एंड इट्स प्रेसीडिंग टर्म. ओके, दैट इज tn प्लस वन माइनस tn प्लस वन मतलब आगे का टर्म है, और ये मतलब अगर हम n इक्वल्स टू 2 कंसीडर कर लेते हैं, सो 2 प्लस 1 3, tn मीन्स थर्ड टर्म हो गया और ये t2 मीन्स सेकेंड टर्म होगा, तो थर्ड टर्म माइनस सेकेंड टर्म, ये बन जाएगा डिफरेंस. सो दैट अगर वो डिफरेंस अगर कांस्टेंट आ रहा है, ऐसे सीक्वेंस को अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन बोला जाएगा. ओके, सी वंस अगेन, in a sequence if difference between any term and its preceding term, that is tn plus 1 minus tn, is constant, then the sequence is called an arithmetic progression, that is in short AP. Okay, then second is geometric progression. Again we know T1, T2, T3, what are these? These are the numbers in the terms of the progression or the sequence. T1 is the first term, T2 is the second term, as on, like. Okay, so a sequence T1, T2, T up to Tn, up to this is a geometric progression if the common ratio, that is term and the preceding term, in between term and the preceding term, equals to R, that is constant, right, is constant for all n, then that progression or that sequence is known as the geometric progression. Okay, now how it is defined as Tn plus 1 divided by 2? Actually this is nothing but the ratio in between any two terms of the sequence, right? If again we consider, if say n equals to 3, then t n plus 1, 3 plus 1 is 4, so t4 by t3, right? T4 is fourth term, T3 is third term. If the ratio of these two terms is constant, right, and if it is constant for all the terms of the sequence or the progression, then that progression is known as geometric progression. Okay, right. Okay, then the general term of, or the nth term of the geometric progression, right, for GP, T1 equals to A, T2 equals to A into R, T3 equals to A into R square, T4 equals to A into R cube. If A and R are the first term and the common ratio of a GP respectively, then its nth term is given by this formula, Tn equals to A into R to the power n minus 1. This is the general formula for the nth term of the GP, and it is important one. By using this formula we can solve examples. Okay, make it underline. Tn equals to A into R to the power n minus 1. What is A here? Here A is the first term and R is what? R is the common ratio. Okay, which is constant actually in all in a GP. Okay, now this is actually the example taken. Find nth term of the following GP. This should be the GP. See here, why we called this as a GP. 3 minus 6, 12 minus 24, this is the sequence, and this sequence is known as GP. Why? Because if we find this ratio Tn plus 1 upon Tn, we got it as a constant R, right? Find it. See, this is the second term, this is the first term, and if we find this ratio, so minus 6 by 3, what do we get? Minus 2. And now consider these two, third term and second. 12 divided by minus 6, that is also minus 2. Consider these two terms, minus 24 by 12, that is also minus 2, right? So that should be the common ratio we got, that is known as R. So therefore this sequence is known as GP. Now we have to find nth term of this GP. How we find that? So by using formula, this formula, Tn equals to 8 into R to the power n minus 1. So here first term, A is first term, so A equals to 3, R equals to minus 2, that should be the common ratio, and therefore we put these in this formula. So what we get? 3 into minus 2 to the power n minus 1, right? So by using this we can find the nth term of the GP, right? Then see the next one, that the properties of geometric progression. Some properties of geometric progression, right? If T1, T2, T3 up to Tn are in GP, then 1 by T1, 1 by T2, 1 by T3 up to 1 by Tn are also in GP, right? If this is in GP, then their reciprocals are also forms the GP. Okay, first property is this. Second is what? K not equals to 0, right? K is any constant but not equals to 0. Then K into T1, K into T2, K into T3 up to K into Tn are also in GP. If T1, T2, T3 up to Tn are GP, then K into T1, K into T2, K into T3 up to K into Tn are also in GP. But only K not equals to 0. K is any constant that is either positive or negative, but only not equals to zero. This should be the mandatory, right? So अगर ये GP फॉर्म कर सकता है तो ये भी GP में है, okay? Or again the third property is what? Say if this is in GP, then T1 to the power n, T2 to the power n, T3, any number, okay, are also in GP. So these are the properties of geometric progression. Okay. So this is some basic about the sequence and series and some geometric progression of arithmetic progression. So try to understand this. Okay. Now this is enough for the first day. इतना थोड़ा सा पढ़ के रखिए, कल से हम एग्जांपल्स देख लेंगे इसमें के. ओके, दैट इज शुड बी इन द नेक्स्ट वीडियो आई विल send you. Okay, bye, thank you.